Hi friends, I am out here in the park and I just wanted to take a moment and talk to you about, give you some updates on our clients and talk to you about in the wait. So I know that, I've shared a couple of stories with you over the last 2 months. I've shared Leslie's story with you. I shared Danny's story with you. And it's essential, right? We have to understand what the need is and why it's so important to raise the finances to support these survivors. But I think it's just as important for you to see what transformation looks like. What does it mean for what does it mean to end the wait for someone? What is their life going to look like after that? So I just wanted to take a moment to share a story with you about Sara. Obviously, name changed. So Sara is one of the first women that we intook in May when we started the program again. And Sara has been trafficked for a while. And when she got out of the trafficking, she ended up in a domestic violence relationship, which is extremely common. The experience of trafficking kind of primes you for a domestic violence relationship because the trafficker has completely skewed your definition of love, right? It's now what love means is love means being sold. Love means being hurt. Love means being controlled. So when you get out of that situation and someone says, I love you, and they're hurting you, but they're not selling you, that feels like an improvement. And that's what Sarah's been saying to us, because obviously every time the mentors have met with her, they've talked with her about the relationship, and they've tried to ask her questions about it, tried to offer her, we've always been asking her, do you want safe housing? Can we give you a burner phone? Like, what can we do to support you? And she keeps saying, it's fine, it's okay. This is better than where I was. So I feel like last week, our mentor was able to have what I consider like a breakthrough conversation with Sara. Because after like 5 months of working, and you have to, I'm going to back up even further. Before we get to this conversation, you have to go back to like 1 month into the relationship, which is, from the moment that the mentors met Sara, they knew that she was in a domestic violence relationship. But it took Sara a month of meeting with the mentors and building rapport and trust with them before she was comfortable showing them the bruises and talking to them about the control, talking to them about what was happening at home. So to me, first of all, that's a huge win, right? Like, if there was no mentor in her life, there was no one to see the abuse. There was no one to see the bruises. There was no one to tell her this isn't okay. So that's a huge win that we were able to be that person, to be that safe person helping her. But then, fast forward now, after 4 months of walking alongside her and supporting her and, her just seeing consistency, seeing what love, communal love looks like. Because here she has this partner telling her love looks like control, love looks like gaslighting, love looks like hurt. And here she has her mentor saying, no, love looks like us being consistent. Love looks like us listening to you. Love looks like us respecting you. And and she's just kind of kept brushing off what the mentor saying. She's kept saying, no, it's fine, it's okay. I love her, she loves me, it's okay, right? And we finally had this conversation where Sara shares, yet another thing that's happened. And the mentor, gently pushes back a little bit and says, it doesn't have to be like this. This isn't normal. And she listened. And I know this might not seem like the biggest win to you, but to us, it's huge. Like, Sara sat and listened. She didn't push the mentor away. She didn't say, no, this is fine. This is as good as it gets. She just listened. And we could see that something was shifting in her mind. Something was shifting in her heart. And that's one of the biggest hearts for us in the mentor program is helping them unravel the narratives that are keeping them trapped, the narratives that make them feel like this is as good as it gets. And this was one of those moments where we got to see the light bulb start to go on. We got to see that the narrative is starting to change. The way she thinks about her relationship is starting to change. And that's just so exciting. Now, is she going to move out right away? No, probably not. It's probably going to take another 5-6 months of meeting with her and working with her and talking to her about it. But it's progress. So this is why ending the wait is so essential, because everyone on the wait list is somebody like Sara who needs that support to start changing their lives. So if you're able, join us in providing those services to everyone else on the wait list.